Hello, cats and kittens. Mama Cat Gamer here. As you can see with this video, I've done a little experimenting with some of the backgrounds and getting my green screen to work finally. It's a learning process, you know. When you're an older Mama Cat Gamer, you have to learn how to do these things, and sometimes it takes a little bit longer. But never ever give up hope, okay? Never ever give up hope, because there's always a way to find new things to learn. We've got, you know, these wonderful assets that we didn't have even 10 years ago. We got YouTube tutorials, we've got websites, and just enormous numbers of great resources. So anytime you need to learn something new, there's a way to find it. And if you don't know, you can even ask AI these days, you know, ChatGPT and some of the other ones like OpenAI. You can learn a whole lot of new things. But anyway, so you're not all here to hear that. You're here to game, right? So let's get to it. This week we have the Valentione event, the Valentione event. So we're going to go do that. And we have other things to turn in also. We are up to... Let me see where we're at. A difference of opinion. You know, I wonder if I didn't pick that up. Well, it tells me where to go anyway. But we're at... Oh, Sleepless in Oxundu tells me we're at level 57 for that. And that's pretty much where we're at in the MSQ. Hang on, I gotta turn my heat down. All right. Check my little summoning bells. You can change the music in your in-room by going to the Orchestrion roll and clicking on it and finding any of the Orchestrion rolls that you've unlocked. You're not stuck listening to the Baby Mobile music. I'm going to see if I have anything to turn in here. I don't think I do. Birch fishing rod, not turning that in. I just bought it yesterday. Divining hat, I really don't need that. Some of the stuff I don't need. Vigil of Divine Death, I don't think so. Some of this you'll get to know as things that you need to save or not save, but you know, don't hesitate to look through it. I'm gonna save that one in case I need it for my retainer. Kiramu Codex. Nope, don't need that. I could try and sell it on the GTN or GTN. I'm thinking of Star Wars, the market board. GTN is short for Galactic Trade Network. So I'm showing my Star Wars The Old Republic roots. That one I'm going to save for my retainer too. Alright. Hero's Earring. Not going to save that. It's item level 90 and I know I have better. So I can just turn that in for seals. I'd like to keep a stack of Venture tokens. And I've got 58 of those. So we're good to go for there. Right. I don't know if I've seen a lot of the barracks here. Alright, I've been leveling up my squadron. I think I forgot to send them out last night. Oh, we got one. They won't go past level 50, I don't think. I'm going to send them out on more training courses. They last about an hour. You can do, I believe, 3 a day. They're good for leveling up. Obviously, the 18-hour ones that you can send out 4 of them on will give you some great XP. Okay. You can see the town is decorated with all these cute little decorations. Man, these are cute. It'd be kind of fun to have one of those in my house. House Valentione Butler. Good day to you, adventurer, and may the flowers of love ever blossom in your heart. If you should desire to learn more of the Valentione's Day festivities, please do not hesitate to ask. I shall be only too eager to share with you everything I know. What's with all the hearts? We of the proud Ishgardian House of Valentione spread ourselves across Eorzea this day in the hope that we may give budding sweethearts the courage to take their first steps together. The festivities are taking place in Gridania. If you wish to take part, pray go there and seek out Astrid, a lady of House Valentione. She will see to it that you want not for ardor and affection in the season of love. What is Valentione's Day? It is a time of celebration when we honor the life of Countess Arabelle de Valentione, a high lady of Ishgard who struck out against her life of cosseted detachment and risked all in pursuit of a pure and all-consuming love. In the years after the Countess's passing, a tradition became established among the Ishgardian populace. Every year at this time would they strive to emulate her passion and her bravery by plucking up their own courage and bestowing a token of love upon the object of their affections. Who is Astrid? The Lady Astrid belongs to the newest generation of House Valentione's emissaries. As a descendant of Countess Arabelle de Valentione, the desire to see others' hearts skip a beat runs in her noble blood. If you would aid this diminutive avatar of love in her efforts to saturate the realm in ardor and affection, then you need but travel to Gridania and make yourself known to her. Who is Emilie? Emilie is a Gridanian native and an apprentice emissary of ardor. Alongside Lady Astrid, she strives to support those in need of a little push in their pursuit of love. She is always happy to meet new and old faces alike, so I encourage you to seek her out in Gridania should you wish to make her acquaintance. Who is Lisette de Valentione? Lady Lisette is the former head emissary of Ardor, and even now there are none who stoke the fires of passion in Eorzean hearts more than she. Having passed the mantle of leadership to Lady Astrid, she has taken to independently attending those in need of guidance with matters of the heart. Who is Hortense? Sir Hortense is an emissary of Ardor and the fiancé of Lady Lisette. I think we met them last year, actually. Although, you know, obviously with Gavtia, this is the first year doing it, so first time for him. Years ago, the lady found him on the verge of death and plucked him from its encroaching claws. The two were eventually reunited summers later, and they vowed to never again be apart. Sir Hortense has passionately aided others in finding love for themselves ever since. All right. So let's go over to Gridania. We have to go to Niketo's amphitheater. Oh, I'm gonna do some eggs here. House Valentione Butler. Good eve to you, adventurer. May the flowers of love ever blossom in your heart. Okay. We just talked to the guy over in Limsa. So, let's talk to Emilie and Astrid. For this year's Valentione's Day, we have roses, roses, and more roses. Please enjoy the festivities to the fullest, and preferably with your special someone. I promise you a rose garden. If you can start doing this at level 15, as long as you can get to Gridania. So, don't lose hope if you are really low level. I promise you a rose garden. Astrid has need of an adventurer to resolve a quandary in love. Greetings, good sir. I am Astrid de Valentione, emissary of Ardor and Affection. My fellows and I have come to help folks convey the depths of their hearts to a special someone this Valentione's Day. Begging your pardons, but you are an adventurer of some experience, are you not? If so, I would dearly appreciate your aid. permit me to explain the situation. For this year's event, we are providing people with bouquets of roses to help make... For this year's event, we are providing people with bouquets of roses to help them make their feelings known. But as it happens, the botanist who is kindly providing us with flowers, a man named... But as it happens, the botanist who is kindly providing us with the flowers, a man named Loravic, appears to be having difficulties of his own in love. As emissaries, we would like nothing more than to assist him, but we're given to understand the situation is complicated. That being the case, might I trouble you to act in my stead? Oh, of course. We are in your debt. Without further ado, please seek out Loravic and lend an ear to his woes. He is like to be at the Great Loam Growery. Okay. All right. Seeing if they had anything to say. That's over by the Botanist Guild there. Oh, Silgeny, my love, where have you gotten to? Ah, forgive me, I didn't notice you. Is there something you require? Miss Astrid sent you to assist me, you say. That's very kind of you both. You see, there is someone I desperately wish to find. Allow me to begin from the beginning. A few years ago, an Ishgardian botanist arrived here in Gridania. Silgeny was her name, and in part due to our shared fondness of roses, we struck up a friendship that blossomed into love. The months that followed were the most wonderful of my life, filled with unforgettable days. But then one day, she disappeared without a word, leaving behind only the seeds of a rare variety of rose. The flowers being given out this Valentione's Day are grown from these very seeds. It was my hope upon hope that the word of them would reach her, and then she might be compelled to return to me. And as if in answer to my prayers, who should I spot in the crowd just now but her? She wore the rose earring I gifted her, so there's no mistaking it. Alas, as I made my frantic way towards her, she vanished amidst the throng. Please, help me look for her, I beg you. Gav is... I kind of view Gav as sort of an incurable romantic type, so you can count on me. I'm in your debt. Now, Silgeny is an elven... Sorry. Lorvik says, no, Silgeny is an Elysian maiden with silver hair. You'll want to keep an eye out for someone of that description who has the earring I mentioned. If you could search in your Mikedo's amphitheater, I will do the same in the ebony stalls. Afterwards, let us meet before Fen Il Fineries. May the spinner lead us to Silgeny. The spinner, if you don't know, is one of the Eorzean deities. Search for a woman with the rose earring. Okay, we gotta go back to Mikedo's. My son just said, Jake, down. Jake on the table. Like all cats do, he's checking out the table. Gotta see if there's food or something there. Alright, now we know she's a silver-haired Elysian with a rose earring. that doesn't mean I'm not going to talk to everybody else because I like to see what they have to say. Oh, this isn't the rose on my earring, but orchids. Though in light of the festivities, Oh, this isn't a rose on my earring, but orchids. Though in light of the festivities, a rose would certainly be more fitting. Alas, this woman is not Silgeny. All right. Woman with a rose hairpin. Silgeny? I'm not she, I am afraid, but I do hope you find her. Alas, this woman is not Silgeny. I think, there's only 3 of them to look at. Woman with a rose earring with silver hair. May I help you? That he should go to such lengths to find me. I love him still, I truly do, but I'm too ashamed to meet him. I just wish to see the roses that lovers are giving one another. Please tell Lorevic that he should look for me no more, that he should forget me. Yeah, like that's gonna happen. Please. Wait at the designated location. We're just gonna run there. I could port over there, but it's gonna take just about as long. You can kind of tell where the quest giver is, or quest location is, because there's a giant ball of people here. Oh, I'm afraid to say I had no luck. Dare I hope you were able to learn something, says Lorevic. What? Forget her? She cannot ask me to do such a thing. Pray, excuse my interruption. I am Sir Tituan, a knight of House Eilenart. Do I have the pleasure of addressing the botanist Lorevic? The roses being distributed among the current festivities. May I ask where you acquired them? Lorevic says, those? Why, I grew them from the seeds given to me by my love, Silgeny. So, it is indeed the Drian coin. I don't know if it's Drian coin or Drian coin. I think in French it'd be Drian coin. The rose... So it is indeed the Drian coin. The rose permitted to be grown by none save our house. To think that she would bring it to a foreign nation. You know Silgeny? She tended House Eilenart's rose gardens until a few years ago, when she vanished without a trace. Our house takes the rose for its symbol, and the Drian coin is the foremost of all the species. Silgeny had care of them on account of her skills. But when Curthus froze over in the calamity's wake, every last plant withered away. 'Twas believed that she fled out of shame. Lorevic says, when she entrusted me with the seeds, she made no mention of their importance. Why did she give them to me? This is all such a shock. Tituan says, indeed. Never did I imagine that the rose would end up not only surviving in a foreign land, but thriving. Lorevic says, so the reason you seek Silgeny is in order to bring her to account? Tituan says, while she has violated our laws, she has saved the Drian coin from extinction. As such, I doubt she would face much of a punishment of any. Nevertheless, my duty is to ascertain the truth of the matter. Lorevic says, in that case, Will you not allow me to search with you? Though Siljani bade me to not do so, I cannot bear to do nothing. Mayhap we can have her come to us instead, by devising a rumor that would draw her attention. Lorvik says, let us try it. Lorvik says, let us try it. As much as it chafes me to deceive her, I'll do what I must to see her again. Tituan says, then the question is what matter of rumor to employ. Have you any thoughts? You can say Lorvik has been apprehended by an Ishgardian knight. Lorvik is to duel an Ishgardian knight. Nothing is coming to mind. I think Siljani would probably find Lorvik has been apprehended by an Ishgardian knight a little more realistic. Let's go with that one. I see. By suggesting that Lorvik has been apprehended on suspicion of the seed's thefts, I dare say Siljani would come rushing to his defense. Lorvik says, yes, that may well work. As for the plays? Lorvik says, yes, that may well work. As for the location, I believe the Great Loam Growery would be as suitable a place as any. Tituan says, then it is settled. Let us split up and recruit some citizens to our cause. And lest we cause undue commotion, be sure to clarify, 'tis but a ruse. Lorvik says, understood. We meet again at the growery. Alright, let's talk to the gossipy citizen. Gossipy citizens are always great for spreading rumors around. There have been a few times in my life where I had a person who was very wordy help me spread rumors in a good way. That can be a very destructive force, or it can be a very positive force. And if you're gossipy, be a force for good instead of evil, okay? Gossiping can be very destructive sometimes to people's lives. So, do it wisely. Do it wisely. Gossipy citizen. What? An Ishgardian knight has taken a botanist prisoner? Oh, it's just a ruse to find his sweetheart. Well, then consider me part of it. When it comes to endeavors in love, we have to help one another. Okay, that one's by Miketos, which we're gonna have to go back to anyway. Oh, there's one of my FC mates, man. The other one's by the Aetheryte Plaza, so let's go there first, because we're gonna have to go back to Miketos anyway. We might as well make that the last stop. Chatty citizen. So you want this rumor to reach the woman with a rose earring? Very well, we shall help. The roses brought my love and I together. This would be a fine chance to give back. My Senta says, I should be glad to tell our other customers as well in the spirit of the occasion. Should it happen to win me Lorvik's favor and lead to a better deal with the guild for the blossoms we use in our popular rose tea, well, who am I to argue? Oh, by the way, there's a lot of things you can get at the Black Rabbit Traders. There's one of these traders in each city, and if you ever need, like, to regain your starter gear, okay? You can do that if you accidentally throw it away or deconstruct it or whatever. Battle accessories, that'll get you the starter stuff for the jewelry. For items, you can buy glasses here. be careful, because sometimes people sell these on the market board for outrageous amounts of gil, and you can get them for 3,000 here. And a monocle. All right. Geishel greens. And I'm, like, down to very few. 36 is not that many when you're out in the field. All right, so we're going to stop and pick up with, you know, a stack of 99 of those. You can also get a few mini pets here. And there are some orchestrion rolls here. Glamour Dispeller and Clear Prism. Clear Prisms are used to make Glamour Prisms. Although I don't know, you can get them so cheaply now. You can get them with Grand Company seals or buy them on the market board even. And Glamour Dispellers. All right, if you need to change a Glamour a little bit, or you want to dispel like one item, you can do that. I get so many of them from quests, you know. I got 31 Clear Prisms already and 1 Dispeller. Those are just from quest rewards. Let's go back to Miketo. Talkative citizen. Lorvik wishes to be reunited with his love, you say? It would be too tragic if they couldn't be together. You may count on us to spread this rumor far and wide. We gotta speak with Lorvik back at the Great Loam, yeah. Okay, let's go back to the botanists. Botanist Guild. Does T2 have anything to say? There you are. I was able to recruit a good number of citizens to spread the word. Lorvik says, I'm truly grateful for your help, Gav, but I'm beginning to worry that Siljani won't come. She must, or else I would have suffered through all your lovesick rambling for naught. What? But I was merely expressing the wonders of true love. One day, someone doesn't exist in your life. The next, you cannot imagine life without them. T2 says, oh, enough of that. Enough! Sir Tituan, please, wait. 'Twas I who made off with the Drianquen seeds, not Lorvik. Release him, I beg you. Lorvik says, Oh, Siljani, at long last I've found you. Hear me, my love. Sir Tituan means me no harm, I assure you. I'm sorry for causing you alarm, but I couldn't bear the thought of never seeing you again. And so I spread a false rumor, with help from Gav and Sir Tituan. I've heard all about the Drianquen. Will you not tell me why you entrusted me with the seeds and left? Siljani says, please, believe me when I say it was all... Siljani says, please, believe me when I say it was for the sake of the Drianquen. The rose wasn't made for the extreme cold that had overtaken Kurthis. Believing the conditions to be ideal in the Black Shroud, I brought the seeds here where I met you. But not only did I fail in my duty to my house, I violated its rules as well. I have no right to be happy. That is why I chose to entrust you with the seeds before disappearing. 'Twas an unkind thing I did to you, and I'm truly sorry. When I heard that the roses would be handed out during Valentione's Day, I couldn't help but come and see for myself, though I knew that I couldn't stay. Lorvik says, Oh, Siljani, to think that you carried such a burden. But whatever you may have done, you have every right to be happy. Aw, he's giving her roses. This is so cute. It's thanks to you that the Drianquen now adorns the city, bringing happiness to all. You are a brilliant botanist, and the guild would surely welcome you as a member. Will you not do the honor of growing roses beside me, my love? Oh, he's so cute. How can she say no to that? Tituan says, "'Tis true you violated the rules of House Eilenart, yet you did so with noble intent, and your actions saved our most precious rose from extinction. In recognition of this, I will speak in your defense, and I will make a recommendation to our house that we officially entrust the growing of the Drianquen to the Botanists Guild." Lorvik. Unworthy though I may be, I would gladly grow roses beside you for all my days. Aww. Papa Cat Gamer would love this because he's the romantic in the family. Tituan says, "All's well that ends well. Mayhap you would like to say a few words to the happy couple?" See what choices we have. What does Tituan have to say? "Go on, offer the happy couple a few words." Silgeny says, "Thank you for lending Lorvik your aid." See if I can get a kind of better position here. Gaff, Sir Tituan, Silgeny and I are reunited, and it is thanks to the two of you. We shall go and share the happy tidings with Miss Astrid. Tituan says, "My task is done, so I shall return to Ishgard with my own happy tidings that the Drianquen blooms once more. In due course, our house will send a representative to make arrangements regarding the care of the rose. Till next time, my young botanist, I bid you farewell." Lorvik says, "Will you not come with us to the amphitheater, Gav? I'm sure Miss Astrid will wish to see you too." Let's go speak with Astrid. I've been playing this game for a few years, and I still get turned around now and then. Oh, let's see if they have anything else to say. Emily says, "We've had the story from Lorvik and Silgeny. How amazing that you could help them to find each other again. It inspires me to redouble my efforts. I shall continue striving to become an emissary who can resolve all manner of quandaries of the heart." Lorvik says, "Oh, to walk with Silgeny at my side again. If this is a dream, then may I never wake up." "I will forever cherish the bouquet Lorvik gave me, and I will never forget this day." Aww. See if I can get all of them in. Astrid says, "Welcome back, Gav. Lorvik and Silgeny have told me all. On behalf of the emissaries, I thank you for helping them to find one another again." Lorvik says, "You couldn't have sent a better adventurer to my aid. We are in debt as well, Miss Astrid." I must say, 'tis truly felicitous that the Drianquen should reunite the people who grew them. They are a wonderful token of one's love, and should you have a special someone in your heart, Gav, I urge you to present them with a bouquet as well. Oh, we get a cute little emote there. You've learned the emote bouquet. Astrid says, though not the Drian Quen, I had previously seen the roses grown by House Eilenart. They regularly accompany missives sent by the house and always adorn the entrance hall of the family manor. It might be said that the flower is their way of connecting with others. Emily says, we've had the story from Loravic and Siljany. How amazing that you could help them to find each other again. Okay, she said the same thing again. My thanks again for your kind aid, says Loravic. The second chance with Siljany I've been gifted, I shall make the most of. Siljany says, I shall spend some time thinking on what I am able to do, but whatever may come, I will not give Loravic cause for sorrow again. Aww. I picked up a Go West Craftsman. You picked that up in Mordona. Rowena's House of Splendors has expanded its operations and established an outpost in Idleshire, part of the west in the Dravanian hinterlands. Should you find yourself passing through, Lirelona thinks it would be prudent for you to make yourself known to the representatives there. Present her letter of introduction to Gaimlona, her older sister in Idleshire. Also picked up Beloved of the Builder. That's another one you pick up in Mordona. Judging you to be a rather skilled craftsman, Lirelona suggests that it might be in your best interest to become a specialist. She instructs you to seek out Alderon, a master craftsman in Ishgard, and present him her letter that he might show you the way. The Ultimate Ballad, we picked that one up. Your words serve to satisfy the minstrel beyond measure, who at once composes a ballad of your battle with the Ultima weapon. Alas, his penchant for exaggeration has transformed the trial into something quite unlike what you remember. All right. Sleepless in Oksanu, or Oksundu, you have gathered the gurgle grass, which looks quite eager to gobble up as many bugs as it can. Deliver the grass to Ganu Valley before he collapses from exhaustion. Okay. I'm gonna run back to Mordona because I think there was something else I had to pick up there. Oh, but let's see our emote first. You can put emotes on your bar, by the way. You can float. Put your visor up, sit on the ground. I might put that up there, just for yucks and grins. So, there you go, you can water the ground there. Apparently Imperial Salute, well, we used that already. This person is like wondering what the hell I'm doing here. Watering the ground. All right. And this is what bouquet looks like. That's cute. And you stay like that too. All right, we're gonna make our way to Mordona to see if there's anything else, because I want to say there was a crafting quest that I wanted to pick up. I did one to unlock collectibles, because that was just talking to somebody. All right, you can get master crafting tomes here. Guiding Star thinks you're good enough. I hope he's right, or we're all going to be sorry. So you need these items, okay, to be able to make demi-materia. You can get these from deconstructing items, by the way. These demi-materias. You don't need it on all of them either. You really only need it on one. So pick your highest one that you can do this on. I would probably pick it up on culinarian because that's usually my highest one. You have to make these items high quality. You can also buy them on the market board, but you know, once you get to a certain level, it's super easy to make these. The most difficult thing is just getting the materials. Oh, you might have to, I take that back, you might have to create it yourself. In which case I would buy the materials at the market board if you don't already have them. Excuse me. You can talk to these gals too. Servant of Splendors, you can turn in your poetics here. If you have old tombstones, you can turn them in here to the newest currency. Right? If you ever need to exchange items, you can do that. Rowena's token. Not exact. Oh, you get those from Beastman tribes or Allied Society tribes now. All right. If you have these, you might be able to turn them in for the higher level version. Or the glowy version, as they like to put it. Right, you can also buy Ironworks gear. And I think I've got a whole bunch of this stuff already. See, I have one already. I need to use up the poetics anyway, so what I do is I pre-buy items for a job I plan to unlock in the future. That way, when I unlock it and I get to 50, I'm ready, okay? And for something like samurai, you can, or actually something like, let's use machinist as a good example. Whenever you start a new expansion, there's 2 new jobs every time, and they start about 20 levels lower than the starting level for that. So machinist starts at level 30, right? And, you know, it gives you some good starter gear for sure, but sometimes the tombstone stuff is better. Fortunately, machinist uses the same aiming gear as Bard does, so, you know, I'm pretty well set. Actually, maybe not. Look at that. So I don't think I bought aiming gear for this guy, because I didn't need it. Let's see what we got. Oh, she only has weapons here. Okay. Never mind. Oh. I didn't realize. I went ocean fishing a couple times last night. Oh, you get a dolphin calf. Encounter 3 dolphin pods while ocean fishing. Oh, I gotta have that out. Has more intelligence in a single winsome flipper than you do in your whole body. Nice. All right, let's get the minion out here. I got a bunch of these minions already. Oh, there it is. A Charlian biologist once stated that dolphins are the second most intelligent species on the star. It was later noted that regarding the most intelligent, the man made no comment. Sensing impending doom, the calf has attached itself to you in hopes of finding a way to flee to safety. Okay. They're really cute. It's really tiny, too. Alright, we don't have Vidalshire unlocked yet, so it'll be a little bit before we can unlock that. We need to go to Beloved of the Builder, which is over by Athenia Master Logicum. Okay. And I have to be in Disciple of the Hand gear. Somebody was a Star Wars fan. They named him Alderaan. I have forged weapons and armor for heroes and catered banquets for royalty. I have concocted potions to heal the dying, woven great banners for the nations, and just last week I won the Ishgardian Fine Woodworking Association Award for Best Chair. What have you built of late? Alright, a handwritten message from Litterlona. We're requesting that Alderaan share with you his knowledge of specialists. Oh, so Litterlona thinks you have skill enough to become a specialist, does she? She has yet to steer me wrong. We, whom the builder has blessed with talent, are tempted to learn every trade, as we should. That said, even we masters must come to accept our limitations. One can specialize in no more than 3. You must decide which disciplines are most important to you and which ones are but passing fancies. If the builder does indeed guide your hand, then I would see them set to purpose. Come, take this soul of the crafter. For now, it is but a token of what you may yet become. When you have begun your path, present it to me, and your journey as a specialist will begin. All right. This allows you to get access to certain recipes, I'm pretty sure. You can now specialize in crafting disciplines. By trading a soul of the crafter to Alderaan, you can obtain a specialized soul, which will allow you to become a specialist in that particular discipline. Specialists will be able to access unique actions that allow for more efficient and higher quality synthesis in their specialized fields. Please note that you may select no more than 3 different disciplines in which to specialize. Alright. Adding, removing, or changing a specialty can be done at any time, but please note that new souls of the crafter may be difficult to acquire. Not really that many. Not that difficult. I am going to put one in Culinarian. Soul of the Crafter Exchange. Upon what path would the builder have you walk? Culinarian, thank you. Culinarian, eh? Attune with the souls of culinarians past and receive certificate as a specialist, yes. Hold your head high, culinarian, for you are now a specialist. Take up your soul and make great works in the builder's name. All right. I don't know if I have to... I'm going to reassign gear, because I'm not sure. think I'm gonna become an alchemist. You cannot receive certification as a specialist until you have attained level 55 in that class. Okay. How far am I away from that? Oh, not too far. Okay. I'm on my way. I'm gonna put him in my chocobo saddlebag for now. I know you can buy new ones, I just don't know exactly where. I'm a soldier in the service of Lord Orvail de Eilenart. You seek my master. He is presently in the firmament for a new undertaking. However, I should be pleased to assist you with any lockboxes you may possess, as well as trade with you for your sky pirate items. Okay. That was for Ishgardian Restoration. Which was an event in the past after Heaven's Word had come out, you know, what, almost 9 years ago now. Almost 10, maybe. And, so that's completed, but you can still get those items, I think. All right. And you can turn them in over here to the spoils traders, collectors, picker of locks. Okay. What does Laconib say? Greetings, sir. Do you require transport to the Blue Window? Not yet, but that's the free way to get there. I can't get the letter to Gemlona yet because I don't have Itleshire unlocked. All right, it's going to be a little bit before I can get there. But let's go to a difference of opinions. And so we can pay to go to Oksundu. Or we can go for free. Yes, let's travel. All right. We've collected all the ether currents in this area. I think I want to be on Bard. I don't want to aggro these guys accidentally. Now, you won't aggro things if you're within 10 if they're 10 levels above you or less. You won't aggro them, but I wasn't 100% sure where it was on that. I didn't want to take the chance of finding out. Ganuvali. Sleepless nights make Ganuvali's mind maelstrom of fog. Does Netherling bring plants Ganuvali seeks? Yes. We bring you your Venus flytraps. Netherling brings rest at last. Ganuvali's troubles become sustenance for Gurglegrass, and big wheel of nature turns without hindrance. Oh. Yes. Nice. Sweet. Kind of cool looking place. Okay, what does Wedge have to say? The force generated by the beam was enough to displace the ship, and after comparing the data recorded by our fore and aft gyroscope, I... To cut a long story short, I think I've almost determined its heading. So we were trying to determine the heading of the ship where the Archbishop was going. Okay. I think it was the Soleil. And the Soleil was heading to Azazla, and he'd just gotten the key from us. As you'd expect, they flew off in the direction that beam was pointing. Bastards. Sid says, I know you're eager to get after the Heavens Ward, but considering what we just put the old girl through, I'd say she's due a little tender loving care. Now, where did I put my hammer? Elfino seems determined to put all thoughts of failure aside and turn his mind to the struggles ahead. Though we failed to secure the key, we must not forget that we succeeded in ridding the realm of another primal and prevented the Vanu's lands from being consumed. In so doing, the Zundu, at least, shall be glad of our deeds this day. Let us go and inform Chief Sanu of our victory. Sid and the others will need a moment to tend to the Enterprise besides.
Wait, something is amiss.
Uh-oh. Imperials.
Imperial troops. And they have already secured the area.
Reveal yourselves at once!
Wow, he's got good hearing. We're just, two people just kind of strolling around. No one important.
And there I was, expecting more beastmen. Who are you?
I thought Ishgardians responsible for the disappearance of our scouts, but I see now that I was mistaken.
Uh-oh.
Just as Wire observed, the Warrior of Light is wont to appear at the most inopportune times.
The Warrior of Light? He who bested Van Baelsar?
It would seem that the famous hero of Eorzea seeks Azizlar as well. Hardly unexpected. The secrets of the Allagan's power to bind icons to their will could scarcely fail to interest the scions of the Seventh Dawn. You know as well as we what will ensue should these insatiable creatures be allowed to roam free. That their very existence threatens the life of this star. We but disagree on the solution to the problem.
Genocide has ever been the Empire's favored recourse. And that is why we will continue to oppose your every attempt to claim Eorzea.
You do not hesitate to speak your mind, even when your every word could be your last. Alas, your sentiments betray the narrowness of your view. The fate of Eorzea and its inhabitants is of little concern next to the fate of the world. Tis my solemn charge as Emperor to bring the icons to here. If this requires the extermination of certain elements, then so be it.
No, don't! They are not his thralls!
Where did that come from?
Take cover!
Your Radiance, we must withdraw.
It's a big ship.
We shall meet again, warrior of light. On that you have my word.
So Garlemald too has designs on Azisla. But why would the Emperor himself elect to lead the expedition?
A very interesting question. What does Lucia say? Ah, the armor? I had it sent here as a precautionary measure. Alfino says, never in my wildest dreams did I think I would stand less than 20 paces from the Emperor of Garlemald, Varis Zosgalvis in the flesh. I assume the commander that accompanied him must be the legatus of whom the centurion spoke. Ah, forgive me, this is neither the time nor place for such idle speculation. Pray, return to the Enterprise at once. It occurs to me that our friends may have run afoul of Imperial forces as well. I have yet to apprise Chief Sanu of all that has occurred, but once I have, we will rejoin you at the airship. All right. Let's see what Alfino has to say. If you fear for our safety, may I direct your attention to the suit of Magitech armor nearby and its exceedingly capable pilot. Loose. Nah. Ah, the armor I had it sent here as a precautionary measure. Smart, Lucia. Very smart. Oh, that's the bad thing about, like, being in the Sea of Clouds. You don't know whether you have to go up or down. Which says, we saw it fire on the village. Are you all right, Gav? Big says, bugger me, did you see the size of that Imperial battleship? Thank the 12 you're alive, Gav. When that battleship appeared and fired on the village, we feared the game was up for you and Alfino. What in the seven hells happened out there? First, the Archbishop turns up with an Ascian in tow, and now the god's damned Emperor pays us a visit? What is this, a procession of notable bastards? Who's next? The keeper of the 7th Bloody Gate? Don't ask for that. It might show up. Not so notable, Master Garland. I am happy to report that the Zundu were overjoyed to learn of Bismarck's demise. Chief Sanu sends his warmest regards, Gav. There was much talk of westerly winds. I guess that's a good thing. Lucia says, miraculously, none suffered lasting harm during the raid. It would seem the Zundu were taken entirely unawares and wisely chose to offer no resistance. Alfino says, I sense they have no more to fear from the Empire, for the present at least. Had the Emperor truly been intent on their extermination, Oak Zundu would already have been leveled. Plainly, Varis is only interested in reaching Azizla. Speaking of which, if you're all ready to continue the chase, the Enterprise is as well, shall we? I keep pronouncing it Azizla instead of Azizla. Sid, we get a wind-up Sid for this. When asked if he had a granddaughter, what would he like to see her named, the Ironworks founder replied, Gertrude. There's probably some reference I'm really missing there. It's assuming Sid has a daughter. Or son. Okay, Cardinal. Step away from Lucia. Lucia says, and what will we find at the end of the road? Alfino says, well, what are we waiting for? What are we indeed? Which says, I've done it, Gav. I've worked out which way we're headed. Whenever you're ready, we'll set course for Azizla. Big says, she's all patched up, Gav. One good turn, level 57. Judging from Sid's expression, he has news which he believes will please you. Lest you wonder, Wedge was able to calculate the heading indicated by the beam of light emitted by the key. If Azizla lies in that direction, we'll find it. The Soleil may have lead on us, but she's no Enterprise. We'll catch them, you'll see.
I did not think that I would ever have occasion to pilot a suit of Magitech armor again, least of all under these circumstances. My full name is Lucia Go Junius, and I was born a citizen of Garlemald.
Ah, that explains it. When we first met in Ishgard, I very nearly called you Livia.
Livia? Livia Sastunius? The tribunus who served under Gaius van Baelsar?
Aye, she was my sister, though we spent little time together. After our parents were killed in an uprising, we were sent to live in different households, setting us on separate paths. Livia felt at home on the battlefield and chose to become a soldier, while I underwent training to become a spy.
Then, Ishgard was...
My mission. It was believed that Allagan relics of great worth were stored in the vault, and I was sent to investigate. Though I was given little information at the time, I now suspect I was searching for the key we but recently lost. And then I met Sir Emmerich. It was his usefulness to my mission which prompted me to approach him, but I soon found myself drawn to him for other reasons. He too was a prisoner of his past, judged for his heritage as a bastard son of the Archbishop. Yet unlike my sister and I, he did not curse his fate. He simply rose above it.
Oh, I think she has a soft spot for him. Like all of the rest of us.
In time, I came to realize that I had found a man worth following, and a new home besides. And when I subsequently confessed all to Sir Emmerich, he was good enough to accept me into his service.
That was pretty trusting.
I do not question your loyalty to Sir Emmerich. 'Tis your loyalty to your sister which concerns me.
I have long been of the opinion that those who dwell in the past risk losing sight of their future. My sister fought for her convictions and for those she held dear. So do I. So must we all.
Well, I, for one, am happy to welcome a fellow Garlean to our merry band. Especially one who can make Magitech armor sing.
Chief, we should be getting close.
Once we break through those clouds, we'll be right where the light was pointing. Right where Aziz's lair should be.
Hold on, everyone! Look! I think that's it! Chief, is that... Alagon? Aye. There's no mistaking their handiwork.
What was that?
Some sort of barrier.
She won't hold, Chief! She's breaking up!
I've lost the auxiliary propeller!
Sid, it's no use! We must return to Ishgard and find another way!
God damn it all! Why do the Alagans always have to make everything so bloody complicated?
'Cause that's the way Alagans are. Well, let's see what they all have to say. I wondered, does she have a name? Big says, gods, just thinking about all the repairs we'll have to make is giving me a bleeding headache. Lucia, what could be out there that could warrant the personal attention of the Emperor himself? Alfino says, Sid's piloting under pressure was a marvel to behold, and may I never have the opportunity to do so again. And we'd barely finished repairing the damage incurred during our sky fishing trip. On the other hand, any landing you can walk away from, as they say, is a good one. I can only presume the Soleil passed through the barrier unscathed. That would certainly explain why the Vanu called it a key. See the last 5. For every day I spend in the sky, it feels as though I spend a week on the ground. Alfino appears relieved to be standing on solid ground once more. It's an engineering enterprise. Nice play on words there. Alfino says, assuming Sid is correct, and I have no reason to think that he is not, the Vanu's key is required to pass through the barrier protecting Aziz's law. But even without it, we must find a way to reach the Isle. I shall have everyone convene at the seat of the Lord Commander that we might discuss how best to proceed. As before, make yourself known to the guardsman when you arrive, and he shall show you in. Do they have anything new for us? Nope. Okay. Let's head on over there. Eustacia. Or Eustacia, I'm not sure which. Eustacia, we're gonna call her Eustacia. Thinks you are ready to hit new heights in your hunting career. So, you're Cav, are you? I can see why that old rogue Etienne signed you up. You've got the fire of a born hunter burning in your eyes. I'll wager those level 1 marks didn't offer much of a challenge to a burly boy like you. Doesn't look very burly. You'll be wanting to spice things up a little, am I right? And what are you waiting for? Head down to Ardelaine and tell him you're ready for more. Let's tell Ardelaine we're ready for more, because then we might unlock the 3rd series. Oh, so Eustacia reckons you're ready to move on to bigger and better things, does she? If that girl had her way, we'd be throwing babes in the river to sort out the swimmers from the sinkers. Still, she might be onto something this time. Alright, I'll give you a chance, but level 2 marks ain't nothing to be sniffed at, understand? Let your guard down even for an instant, and they'll hand you posterior to you on a platter. Take a look at the clan hunt board, and you'll see what kind of beast I'm talking about. Examine the clan hunt board. Alright, the clan hunt board is covered in bills showing the details of wanted monsters. If you think you have what it takes, try testing your mettle against a level 2 mark. You are now permitted to take bills for level 2 clan marks. See if Andalou has anything for us. Nope, nothing new. You are returned. Sir Emmerich and the others await you within. Lucia says, if the Empire is an interest in Azizla, we have all the more reason to hurry. I would not see its secrets fall into the hands of either the Archbishop or the Emperor. Sid says, I swear, wherever there's an Allagan ruin, there's trouble just waiting to happen. I suppose that's why they erected such damnably convoluted defenses around everything. Elfino says, though we know little and less of Azizla, one thing is plain. The Archbishop and the Garleans cannot be allowed to avail themselves of its secrets. The Count says, welcome back, my friend, and pray forgive me my earlier display. I grieve for my son still, and shall continue to do so, but I have resolved to be strong. It is what he would have wished.
In summary, the Isle owes its lofty position to the industry of the Allagans. And we can be all but certain that the Archbishop and his cronies are enjoying the view from its top.
I see.
If we are to join them, we will first need to pass through the Isle's etheric barrier, which is, alas, more powerful than most. Powerful enough to make a mess of a perfectly good airship at any rate. As far as I can gather, the barrier mechanism draws ether from the surrounding environment and polarizes its elemental aspect to produce what is, in effect, a wall of lightning.
It seems plain that without the Vanu's key, any attempt to reach the Isle will end in failure.
Alas, the key was careless enough to leave without us, and I don't think the Vanu keep a spare.
Master Garland, based on your experience, is there no other way that we might breach the barrier?
Well, in the past, we've beaten similar barriers by nullifying them with elemental converters. But the one we're up against this time dwarfs aught we've encountered before. The Enterprise simply isn't large enough to bear the requisite amount of crystals.
I'm reminded of the quantity needed to nullify Leviathan's command of the sea. A veritable mountain of crystals that could only be borne by lashing 2 galleons together to form a twin vessel, scarcely able to propel itself, much less fly.
That said, we're not without options. If it isn't feasible to nullify the barrier, we might try piercing it.
How?
We create a ram of condensed ether and mount it on my ship. There's just one problem. I don't have the faintest idea how to build one. It's going to take a true authority in the field, I reckon.
Would that the Archons were still with us.
But yesterday evening, I chanced to find Mistress Tataru in unusually high spirits. Assuming I understood her excited ramblings correctly, she has acquired a clue, pointing to the whereabouts of one such individual.
An Archon? Truly?
Ha! Fortune favors the righteous, eh? Well then, let's not waste any time. While you go and look for our missing friend, I'll work on modifying the Enterprise. Her hull will need reinforcing to bear the punishment, not to mention a mount for the ram. Just you wait, my pretty. By the time I'm finished, you'll be an airship reborn.
Sid looks so gleeful there. Speak with Tataru. Where's she at? Oh. She's in the inn. Alfino says, she may not spend her days slaying primals, but Tataru is no less a scion than you or me. Full oft has her knack for acquiring information proven vital to our endeavors. Welcome back, Gav. How goes the mission? Did you manage to catch up with the Archbishop and his cronies? So you finally arrived at Azis La, only to find your way barred by some sort of barrier? Typical. But it's not all bad news. I've made progress in our search for our friends. Don't worry, Gav. We'll get to Azis La yet. Tataru is eager to share her progress in the search for the missing scions. When you fled the Victory Feast, you used the ancient watercourse beneath the city, right? Well, shortly after things went back to normal in Ul'dah, I asked Marshal Tarupin to have the tunnel searched. Alfino says, a logical place to look. It was there that you lost contact with Minfilia, Thancred, and Y'shtola, was it not? Alfino says, dare I ask what the Marshal found? I don't actually know. Pippin's message just said that there had been a discovery and that we were to come to the Hall of Flames at our earliest convenience. Alphino says, I dare not think what it might be. We shall depart at once. Tataru, let Eorzea know to join us in Ul'dah. He will wish to be present as well. Yes, sir. All right. Speak with Pippin Terupin at the Hall of Flames. Oh, I can pick up Viper. That one's fun. Eorzea says, as thou art returned to us, wherefore might our comrades not be the same? Never shall I concede them lost till I have seen proof of their passing. So, to translate for you, since you've returned to us, might our friends not do the same? I will not assume they're lost until I have proof of their passing. Alphino says, we are grateful for your assistance, Master... Oh, let me try that again. We are grateful for your assistance, Marshal Terupin. Pippin says, you saved her grace and father both. 'Tis the least I can do to repay you. Tataru says, forgive me my impatience, Marshal, but your missive mentioned a discovery. Pippin says, yes, of course. As per your request, I had my men scour the waterways. Almost immediately, we encountered a difficulty. An entire section of the tunnel had collapsed. With the Mineral Concern's cooperation, however, we were able to remove the rubble, which yielded the battered bodies of a dozen Crystal Braves. Alphino says, go on. Be at ease, Master Alphino. Your friends were not among the deceased. That alone is cause for hope. And then there is this. Y'shtola's wand. Pippin says, I had assumed as much. Eorzea says, if I may, Marshal. Eorzea says, 'tis as I did surmise. Judging by the etheric imprint which lingereth yet upon this wand, it hath assuredly been employed in the casting of a most uncommon magic. So, to translate, just as I had guessed, there's this etheric imprint lingering on the wand and indicating it had been used in casting a very uncommon magic. Alphino says, namely? Eorzea says, the very first that man did conceive to traverse great distances, and the ancient precursor to all methods of travel that utilize the life stream, flow. So basically the precursor to any kind of etheric travel. Flow. Oh, that's the name of the spell, I guess. Yes, it's the name of the spell. The spell entaileth the reduction of the corporeal form into its constituent ether, that the caster might enter the life stream and ride its currents thereby. Unlike the teleportation magics of modern times, it requireth not a lengthy incantation. That Y'shtola should choose to employ such a spell bespeaketh the need for haste. So basically, unlike modern etherite travel, doesn't require a long casting, so basically Y'shtola needed to do something quickly. Elfino says, all of which would suggest she managed to escape. Eorzea says, would that it were so simple. Know that the scholars of Sharlayan forbade the use of this spell, and with good reason. The caster hath but limited control over his course. For every mage who came safe unto his destination, another would be set adrift in the life stream, never to emerge. What? No, you can't mean. Basically, Eorzea says, you know, for every mage who tried to use it, because it takes apart your body and puts it into its, you know, constituent ether parts. For every mage that made it to the destination, another one didn't. 50% loss rate is pretty high. So, Eorzea says, be not downcast, my friends, for there is yet hope. 'Tis like that Y'shtola's passage hath left traces in the life stream. Could we but follow these from the point at which the magic was invoked, we may yet find her. So basically, we can follow her pathway through the life stream to find her. Elfino says, to the Silde excavation site, then. Our thanks for your aid, Marshal. Do not mention it, says Pippin. I shall pray for Lady Y'shtola's safe return. Oh, there we go. Pippin says, would that I could be of more assistance, but our nation's resources are stretched thin. Be that as it may, do not hesitate to contact me if there is aught I can do. Here we gotta speak with Eorzea at the Silde excavation site. Worried Weaver? Ah, enter the Viper. Okay, I'm not gonna pick that up right now. Makes a cameo. I told one of my FC mates that I was recording at the moment, and he said, oh, he's gonna make a cameo. Say, where do I gotta go? Take the steps of Nald. Tataru says, if our friends weren't in the tunnel, that must mean they're somewhere else. Elfino says, simply being here calls to mind events of that fateful day. Eorzea says, evidence of Y'shtola's passage will have been made faint by time, but mayhap some few scant traces yet remain to guide our steps. We're looking up at something. Eorzea says, The trail leadeth to the north and east. Basically, he was saying earlier, you know, time has made the trail faint, but, you know, we might be able to find something. Unto the bosom of the Twelveswood. Are you certain? It's Eorzea, of course. Eorzea says, aye, there is no mistake. Thither hath Y'shtola journeyed. Okay, she's gone to the Twelveswood. And yet the Gridanians have reported no sightings. We must take this to mean she is still adrift. Eorzea says, if it be so, I do fear for our friend. Contrary to its name, the life stream is more akin to a raging torrent. Linger over long in the midst of this maelstrom, and the ether that formeth one's soul shall surely be scattered, ne'er to be reformed. Okay, contrary to its name, it's more like a, you know, a raging torrent, like, you know, huge waterfall kind of thing. If you stay too long in it, the ether forming your soul will be scattered and unable to be reformed. We have no time to waste, says Alvino. Eorzea, pray explore all possible options for reversing the effects of this forbidden magic. Gaff, Tataru, we three shall press on to Gridania and petition the Elder Seedseer's aid. Speak with Alfio, Nafika's altar, Conjurer's Guild. Tataru says, hold on, Y'shtola, we're coming for you. Alfino says, it is said that the elementals perceive the life stream. If, as we suspect, Y'shtola is still adrift in its midst, they may be able to find her, but if we are to appeal to them for assistance, we must needs do so through their chosen, the Padjal. It is imperative, therefore, that we speak with Khan E Senna without delay. Alfino is eager to petition the Elder Seedseer's aid in rescuing Y'shtola. I have already requested an audience with the Elder Seedseer. She shall receive us in the Lotus Stand presently. We need but speak with the conjurer yonder to be admitted. All right, let's speak to the conjurer anon. The Elder Seedseer awaits. Pray, follow me. Gonna eat some more eggs here. Be welcome, my friends, and speak freely. I gather your suit will admit no delay. Alfino says, it will not, my lady. Pray, forgive the abrupt nature of our request, but it is a matter of life and death. I see. As you say, we must needs act swiftly if we are to free Y'shtola from the ungentle pull of the life stream. And as you surmised, we cannot do this unaided. However,
in requesting the Elemental's assistance to find Y'shtola, you must needs be aware of one difficulty. A difficulty born of the fundamental difference between man and Elemental.
That being?
In perceiving the world around him, Man relies upon senses such as sight and sound. For the sake of convenience, he gives names to such things as are near or dear to him. Being formed of pure ether, however, such concepts are foreign to the elementals. Instead, they perceive by observing the ebb and flow of the energies of life. So profound a division cannot be bridged with simple discourse. The elementals' voices stir not the air, and thus reach not our ears, while our words are but wind to them. Though we seers can commune with them through feelings, naught that we can impart will serve to aid them in identifying Y'shtola. Nay, they must needs be presented with ether which is akin to hers. If you could but find a family member.
Oh! I know just the person! Y'shtola has a sister who came to live in Gridania. She told me about her once.
Oh, that is most fortunate indeed. Pray, seek this sister out then, and bring her to Evershade. There, we shall petition the Great One's aid in finding your lost companion.
Oh, we can pick up Pictomancy too. Okay. I'd probably do that another time. Elfino says, I was not aware that Y'shtola had a family member here in Gridania. How very convenient. Forgive me. I've grown so accustomed to being laughed at by the fates, I cannot help but mistrust them when they smile on us. We must, of course, seek the woman out at once. If memory serves, Y'shtola's sister is named Ymitra. She's supposed to be a member of the Sons of St. Koinek. Anyway, she spends most of her time around Apkalu Falls. From what I recall, let's look for her there. And this is Ymitra. Yes, is there something you require? Lady Ymitra, it is an honor to meet you. My name is Elfino Levailleur, and this is Tataru. So, you are my sister's comrades in the Scions in the Seventh Dawn. When I heard that your people were being pursued, I desperately sought to reach Y'shtola, but all mine efforts were to no avail. Now I know why. A forbidden spell of all things. That she should be so reckless. But what's done is done. I thank you for bringing word to me. Needless to say, I should be glad to help. Though we were born of different mothers, our veins course with the same father's blood. I hope that this will be enough for the elementals. Come, let us make for Evershade at once.
Let us begin. Raya-O, Arun, if you would. Hearken to me, O great ones. Pray give yourselves to the life stream. A drifting soul to find.
Please, Y'shtola. Please come back to us.
There. Now! A room has been readied at the roost. Pray, bear her thither at once. All that remains is to pray, my friends.
Not out of the woods yet, but... At least we've rescued her from the life stream. Alright, what does Alfino have to say? Let us pray that Y'shtola awakens. Oh, Y'shtola! Just seeing her face again, it's... Oh, I've been so worried! Do you have anything new for us? Without the Seed Seer's aid, Y'shtola may have been forever lost to us. I shall go to the Lotus Stand to offer them my heartfelt thanks. Tataru's surprised. Tataru needs you to fetch a few items for a crafting endeavor. If Y'shtola is resting within an inn room, though she's still unconscious, the signs are positive. The conjurers say she is in sound health and should awaken before long. Isn't that wonderful? Now, while we wait for Y'shtola to wake up, I thought I'd take the opportunity to finish my little surprise for her. It's something I've been working on for a while now, in the hope that she'd one day return to us. It wants for just a couple more items before it's ready. I've already placed orders for these items. Could I ask you to retrieve them for me? One is with the Leatherworkers Guild, and another is with the Conjurers Guild. Speak with Mistress Geva and Brother Isumayan, and they ought to take care of you. So basically a way to get us into crafting guilds, you know, introduce you to certain crafters, so it's not a bad thing. You may be wondering why, it's like, why are we going after this stuff? Let's see, Leatherworkers Guild, which I think is over by the Conjurers Guild. Now, this is if you want to become a conjurer, which turns into a white mage. And I hate playing healers. Just stresses me out. Isumiyan. Or maybe it's Asumiyan, since it's Khan Asana. Okay, Asumiyan. You are come to Stillglade Fane, the home of the Conjurers Guild. How may I assist you? Ah, yes, Mistress Tataru's order. As requested, it has been sanctified in the sight of the elementals. I know not what she intends for the staff, but it is a most singular artifact. Even one possessed of my experience would struggle to wield it. I'm gonna talk to Geva, the guildmaster. Well, if it isn't Gav, looking for some hides to tan, mayhap? Here to retrieve an order from Mistress Tataru, you say? You come at a good time. I finished it but moments ago. It was no small coup working it to her specifications, but I did it nonetheless. Payment has already been settled. However, did that girl come by a chimerical hide anyway? You need either balls of steel or a bottomless coin purse, and it seemed to me she had neither. Chimerical hide. All right, back to the Carline Canopy. See you have anything new for us? Seed Seers are gracious souls. It gives me heart to know that they are our allies. Tataru says, "Oh, you're back. You have the items, I hope?" Tataru's Leatherwork Commission, a leather bag containing an item prepared by the Leatherworkers Guild as per Tataru's request, and a cloth bag containing the item prepared by the Conjurers Guild as per Tataru's request. Oh, it's precisely as I requested. A perfect match for the other pieces. Truly, Geva is a master among masters. And the staff completes the surprise. Thank you so much, Gav. I can't wait to see what Y'shtola thinks of the surprise. Lest you wonder, she's doing very well, and the conjurers have left her in her sister's care. Let's go and pay them a visit, shall we? That look.
Y'shtola! I'm so glad you're back!
Tataru. You are safe. Thank the 12. Something has changed about you, Elfino. Or mayhap the change is with me. I seem to sense the ether around me more keenly than before.
I am pleased to see you well again. Do you feel strong enough to talk?
Worry not. I am well enough.
Tell us then, what befell you after you fled the feast? We were told that there had been a tunnel collapse.
That was my doing. I brought the tunnel down that you and Minfidia might escape. At the last moment, I invoked a teleportation magic, in hopes of spiriting Thancred away at least. Needless to say, it did not go quite as planned, and I found myself adrift in the life stream. The others? Where are they? Did they not escape?
They remain unaccounted for. You are the only one we have been able to find. I am truly sorry. It was the Crystal Braves who pursued you that day. My hubris that led to our undoing.
No apologies are necessary, Alphino. You are not to blame for what occurred. Know that were our comrades here, they would commend you for keeping the light of hope alive.
Don't worry. The others are alive and well, I'm sure of it. We just need to find them.
Indeed, Tataru. Let us find our friends and rebuild the Scions.
Ha! There is the Alphino I remember. And I feel much the better for his return. 'Tis time I arose.
That reminds me. I have a change of clothes for you. I don't like to boast, but I made them myself. I learned how to weave while we're in Ishgard, you see.
It's like, no, you can't. You boys can't stay here while she's changing. My goodness. Turn around. Turn around. In fact, get out. We girls will handle it. Nobody has addressed the elephant in the room, which is... her eyes have changed drastically.
Tataru has apprised me of all that took place in the aftermath of the assassination plot. It would seem I have been away for some while.
Yes, much and more happened during your absence. At present, we seek to follow the Archbishop to Azisla.
And you want for some manner of etheric ram to pierce the floating isle's protective barrier?
We do. Might you be able to furnish us with one?
A means to prise open a hole in an Alagan barrier. And one large enough to admit an airship, no less. Nay, I lack the knowledge to devise such a weapon. But I know of one who could.
Ooh.
A leading figure in the field of etheric research, and one of the finest scholars ever to grace Sharlayan. Matoya, my former master.
Matoya is a lot of fun. Okay, let's see what everybody has to say. Elfino says, Matoya. The name rings strangely familiar. Tara says, Y'shtola looks absolutely smashing in her new outfit, don't you think? Yes, actually I do. It's really adorable. Y'shtola wishes to tell you more about her former master, Matoya. In my youth, I had the honor of studying under Matoya. In the field of etheric research, she was without rival. I have no doubt that her knowledge will be of aid to our cause. The question is, will she share it with us? My master has ever been willful. The gods forbid anyone disagrees with her. When the Garlean Empire first marched upon Eorzea some 15 years ago, the denizens of Sharlayan were summoned back to the motherland. However, Matoya refused to join the exodus. To this day, she lives a hermit's life on the fringes of the abandoned city. Elfino says, so it is to the Dravanian hinterlands that we must go, to the place of my birth. Though Alize and I were born in Sharlayan, our days there were short. We remained only until the Exodus, and I have not returned since. Y'shtola says, oh, so it's to be a homecoming then. As fine a reason as any to go to Sharlayan, and it would afford us the opportunity to pay my master a visit. Elfino says, ahem. I believe you have mistaken our primary objective, Y'shtola. At any rate, the journey will take us through largely unknown territory. Let us first return to Ishgard and make our preparations. Yep, let's go. We are going to go onward to Sharlayan. But we will have to do it later. Because Mama Cat has to help with getting dinner ready. So, with that in mind, we're gonna get our cat joke. What do you call a cat who teaches at a university? A professor. Professor. Okay. It's a terrible joke, I know. Terrible. All right, my folks. My cats and kittens, I hope you have a great rest of your day, evening, morning, wherever you're at. And if you're enjoying, want to hear more, hit the notification bell, like, subscribe, all that jazz. You know what to do and when to do it. All right, Mama Cat Gamer is signing out for the night. You have a great one, cats and kittens.